Howdy everyone, this is Mopbot, this is the Diamond Society, and welcome back to episode number 7. We're still here at my base. This is where we've been working recently, and I think it's coming along really neat. Behind me is what we worked on in last episode, and this is the villager breeder. Now it kind of works as according to plan. If you go ahead and look in here, there's quite a few more villagers than in the last episode. We only had the 2, one of them being a farmer, and then the babies kind of grew up in here. Although some of them, I'd say maybe 5 or 6, did end up making it through into the water stream and up into here. So it's kind of half working. I have no issue with there being a bunch of villagers in there because that only means that they breed faster, which means that there's a higher chance of a baby coming in here because there's more babies in there. So it's still going to work pretty nicely. And now today I'm going to be actually using some of these villagers. Now if we come along here, I'm going to put it completely on the opposite side of the base from where this thing here is. And I'm going to be building a villager farm or iron farm. Golem farm, however you want to call it, and it's going to be going kind of in this back corner. Because it uses doors, I want to keep it away from that. I also want to be keeping it away from that just so that the villages don't merge and throw off the center of the village and then have golems spawning like in between buildings and stuff, so that'd be pretty weird, and I really don't want that. So I'm thinking right about back here. This should be far enough away from that with no issue. If we put it more like along here, right along the edge of the desert here, so edge probably right around here, maybe for the back corner. Now, I think that could be pretty cool. We'll probably end up using this desert at some point too, although it's going to need a lot of work. Right now it's currently in my sand mine, so every time I've needed glass I've just kind of been digging through here. So we'll probably end up getting a lot of this sand out, all this sand out here, maybe even going down a block, I'm not entirely sure, and then probably get a cactus farm or something like that of the sorts back here. So that could be pretty neat, but today I do want to be working on the iron farm. It'll be nice to have kind of a smaller supply of iron at my base. It will only be 1 village, maybe 2 if I can squeeze it in. I'm not entirely sure. I might have to play around with it a little bit and see just how the mechanics work. Although it should still get me about a half a stack an hour, maybe a stack, I'm not entirely sure, but it'll still be pretty good. So it's a whole lot better than what I have now after making so many tracks, which are right here. I'm less than a stack of iron, and that we can't have that. We definitely need some more iron, and we have no iron titan or anything at spawn. So this will just be kind of a good way to have just a constant supply. And as long as I'm around here at my base, we'll be making profit, so that'll be pretty good. And then we can start setting up some stuff with hoppers and some sorting systems and maybe even some rails, although it doesn't look like we need any of those at the moment. Although, like I said, eventually we'll probably be getting like minecarts and stuff and like rails and like railroad tracks going all the way around my base, and that'll just carry different things off to different places. So we might have villagers from here, or from that side rather, going over into the storage room, so for some villager trading, have some tracks going there, have some other tracks for item transport. I think that could be pretty cool. And in the end, we'll probably have like a whole railroad track system around my base, along with the roads here, possibly even a river for boating. So that could be really cool to have a whole lot of different modes of transportation. But I'm going to be keeping the same kind of theme that I've been using for these 2 buildings here for the iron farm today. Using the andesite, the oak wood, some of the cobblestone and the stone slabs, and then also a bit of the acacia logs, and then a bit of glass for some extra kind of detail, and then also just for letting some light through. Also in here we used some more natural features like the trees, the sugar cane, and the cactus, and then also some wheat, and then lots of bone meal. So we'll probably be incorporating that today too. Maybe some different kinds of leaves, I don't know. I guess we'll find out later. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start getting some of these villagers over here. We're going to need 10 of these along with 21 doors, I think. And I kind of have a plan thought out in a testing world. And it uses 22 doors, maybe 24. So that it has rotational symmetry going around. And then I think it's got a few more villagers as well. So start getting some of these over here, which how many actually are there here? We've got, let's see, entities 7, 6, 8. So probably 6 in there. I think from right here it looks like 6. Over here we might be loading 1 from the side maybe. So it'll be pretty neat when we get these over here, and it shouldn't take, oh, hello. It shouldn't take too much longer to get the rest of the villagers in there. We can probably even grab them through the glass panes here. I think if we push the cart right up to it, we might be able to get that, so that could be pretty easy, because we definitely don't have to have this many in here. It's only a benefit, so that'll be pretty neat. So anyway, I got to get all these over here, and we'll go ahead and meet up after that. Okay, slight change of events, and we're doing this first. Built the foundation up before I brought the villagers over here, and I learned that from building that thing over there, because if the villagers come at the end, there's a whole lot less risk of dying, so that was pretty good. So anyway, like I said, here's the foundation for the thing, and it is raised just a little bit, so I can decorate the bottom when this thing's done. Now, I have two layers to this. I've got the oak wood on the inside and the andesite on the outside. The oak wood on the inside is 16 by 16 going across like this and then across like this, and that is because golems can spawn in a 16 by 16 radius, or kind of like a 16 by 16 area inside the village around the center. So that would make the center around these 4 blocks, I think, and so then these all flow here. It's going to be a little bit more tricky to do the water. I'll probably have to do 2 streams of like something on the edge there and then something on the edge here, and then they just kind of come in and then have like a center channel that dumps them down in the middle. So that should work pretty easily. Although also making this thing bigger makes it a whole lot easier to decorate because I've got a whole lot more room to work with, which makes it just so that I can have just a bit more detail and make it a whole lot more complete. So anyway, I've kind of marked out where these stands are on the sides here, these kind of like pegs to hold the thing up. So those will probably go up all the way to the top, and then I might cap it off with like a half slab or something. So that's on both sides. And I'm going to have 32 doors total, 8 on each side, which means I can do 4 on the left and 4 on the right. And then I'll put a villager capsule in the middle and have 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, and 3 there. So we have 12 villagers. I think a village is 21 doors and 10 villagers maybe. So we'll have more than enough, which will be pretty good just in case something happens at a later date or maybe on the way over here if we're very unlucky. But I'll have glass around the doors here, and then we'll put 4 here, 4 there, so that we can kind of split it up. So if we do something like that, then we got the 2 doors together like that. And this will be visible from the outside, so I want to make it as nice looking as I can. And then we'll also have the 2 here, and that's no, wait, oh, a little bit of lag there. Can that, okay, so that'll work. So if we have glass go all the way around, this will actually go 1 higher. And then we have glass like this, and it'll just be a window to look in, and you can see some of the golems coming in. You will be able to see a little bit of water through the glass, but I don't think that'll be really that bad. A little bit of blue never hurt. So then we'll have another peg here because that'll be the edge of the glass. And then like I said, we'll have the villagers here in the middle, these 4 right here. Or actually it'll probably only be 2, I think, if I get the other 4 over here. We got the 2 doors like that, and then the other 2 doors like that. And know that I think to fix that we actually have to break that door as well. There we go. So the glass will go up like that, and then we'll have that one 1 higher as well. That goes over like this, another couple blocks there, and then we'll have the villagers in like that. And we'll encase them and put them 1 block back as well, so that they don't go running around in the water and stuff, throwing off the village and stuff. So this whole design will be along all 4 sides here, and then like I said, I'll have the water stream in the middle, and I'll probably have to knock out a few blocks and get that all working. But anyway, I'm going to do a whole lot of work, if that was what I said. I don't even know anymore. But anyway, yeah, so these pegs will be going all the way around. And then maybe a ceiling. I think that might actually break the village, though. I'm not sure how it has to work with lighting, so I'm not going to mess with that. I did kind of plan this out in the test world, and it worked. So I guess that's like my all-time like backup if everything fails, and that's what I'll revert to. So, you know, it's really nice to have all the materials ready in between clips. That way you don't have to go collecting everything every time I want to record. So that's pretty good. That really didn't take long at all. And I think it looks pretty cool. I really do like having the glass like that. I also added some half slabs on top, and instead of just doing it on top of the acacia, I ended up doing it all the way around, including over the glass like this, and just left these slots in the middle empty for now, just in case I have to move villagers around through the middle and stuff. It'll just be a whole lot easier, and since I don't have silk touch, I can save on some glass. I also did kind of run out of glass. I just melted what I had. Obviously, there's plenty of sand around. That's really not a shortage at all. But yeah, I'm just going to wait till I get those in here, and I probably should do those next and then do the water after that, so I don't have water flowing out the sides and everything when I'm trying to do the actual getting the villagers in here. So I think that'll probably be what I'm going to do next. So like I said, this is a really simple project, but I think it's looking pretty neat. If we come back here from the outside, this is how it looks from out here. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. We'll end up probably getting some trees around here or something. It's not going to end up being like this, just like that. It ended up being fairly small, but then you have the gardens around it. And I'll probably do something very similar to that. Maybe some really tall sugarcane on the side, like maybe up to there, like 10 tall or something. I think that could be pretty cool. And then of course, maybe some of these trees. I haven't actually used many of those. I used some oak there. And then there's just the natural gen ones, and the hill in the back's gone. So that could be pretty cool. I'll play around with that when I get there. But anyway, for now, time to start carting some guys over. I wonder if there's actually even enough back there. I really don't know, but I guess I'll find out. So, well, this could be a while because villagers, well, they really are quite derpy. Okay, small tweak here. You can see there's now blocks over the doors and above the glass here, and that's because I was reading about the doors and how villages are created, and I do believe that the light actually influences how the, what do you want to call it, the house is formed. I guess these count as houses, and so I added this little ridge going in like this, so it's fairly hidden from the outside. And if we go out here, get out of my way, sheep. You can come out here, you can see it is just a little bit hidden. I don't know if I really like how tall that is right there. I might scale that back and just use the 1 stair there. and then make it just a little bit shorter, but I kind of like how that looks. It's not terrible. I don't know if it's as good as it was before, but I think it is actually pretty crucial as to this thing actually working. You can see there was an iron golem in there, which is pretty cool. Now, I think it actually interfered with this. I think we're maybe 10, maybe 15 blocks, just a little too close over here. So for now, I have removed the doors, and once I did that, we got an iron golem in there. So I'm not sure if that's actually the case or not, but, well, they're gone for now, and I'll find something else for there. I'll probably just use maybe like a trapdoor thing that you like flip up, or a gate maybe. Not sure about that. That's really not a big deal. Or maybe even just put the door somewhere else in there, like on the other side. That could probably work. And then going back over here, now like I said, there is that iron golem in there. And we can actually climb up the staircase here. Let's go in here. So we need a way to actually get this guy into the center. Now, obviously we're going to be using water for that. No, like moving floors or nothing. So let's go ahead and chuck one there and chuck one here. And you can see, obviously this is not going to work. We're going to have this huge hole in the middle. And that's really not going to work well for actually getting the golem out. So we get rid of this one, and we just put it over here. So let's see, that's there. Let's put that here. And just get a little bit of water going along the side here. And then we'll just go to about there. So now this comes all the way to here. If we grab 2 more buckets, then if we go over to that refill, okay, so if we go over here now, place that there, and then go ahead and just keep doing that along for a little bit. You can see that they meet in the middle, right here. And since it is even amount of blocks, we do need to distinguish the center with 2 blocks. My voice is really sore right now, by the way, if you can't tell. So anyway, if I use some gates like this, now right now you cannot actually fall through. So if I go like this, I mean I can fit through the gap like this, but I can't actually hit it. I would then stop. So what I need to do then is open all these, and we're going this way. So if we open up all these, let's do that the same way, going like this. Now they all become like transparent, and you can just go right through them. So that works for this guy too. So let's just do a few more going along here. It's not right. Okay. There we go. And that'll just go all the way down like that. I probably missed one somewhere. Okay, let's check one in the corner. And yeah, so it's just going to go like that all the way down. We'll then do another line of that going the opposite direction down here. And get rid of these blocks here. So it'll be like that. Oh, there goes the grass. So then all these will be gone, and these will be moved down 1 block to filter this guy out. Now right now, no more golems are spawning, and that's simply because we have the max amount for the village with how many, I believe it's the amount of villagers that limit that. With how many villagers right now we have is 12. And so let's get back in here. That means that only one villager, only one golem can be in this village at this time. And so since this guy's not gone or dying or anything, he's just going to sit there and no more are going to spawn. So anyway, when getting the villagers over here, I was carting them over from the villager breeder. That worked for the first 3 cells. I got 9 over here that were, I think there were actually 6 in there. And by the time I was done, we had 3 more. Then I started waiting for these guys. So the 3 more on this final cell, and they just weren't coming. Nothing was happening. So yeah, I just carted them over from the village. So don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, but anyway, I guess that wasn't that bad. It was better than just sitting around and waiting. And then we also worked on that while I was waiting for those guys to spawn anyway. So it wasn't too much of a loss, but at least I kind of got my thinking cap on there. So anyway, gonna go and finish off the water, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the final product. Now, this is looking pretty decent, I think. I finished off the water, so let's go ahead down and look at the killing chamber. Now, this is really ghetto right now. When I get the storage system hooked up, then I'll have it, actually dump off the thing. So this is just temporary until hopefully only a few more episodes when we can get that thing up and running. But let's go down here. I have seen a few other golems, so there was the one from before, and then there was one other one, and then I just chucked a few poppies in here that I had sitting in my inventory in the chest over there. So anyway, I think it looks pretty cool, and I got to be really careful not to walk into that lava. I probably should have an accidental water thing down there in case I fall in. But yeah, I think this thing works pretty well, and I don't know how I'm actually over here. I might be on the ladder. So anyway, yeah, I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm really liking it. Well, I wanted to get a view from up there on the hill, but unfortunately this is as far as the server will let me see. So if we go ahead and zoom in there, you can see part of a tree. But here's what it looks like from far away, and I think it looks pretty cool next to this almighty tree farm right here. It's quite the size difference there, so I think it is pretty cool, though. I think it'll be really nice to see this place kind of evolve and have a whole bunch of differently sized buildings. That one's pretty flat, and it's also pretty wide and has a bit more nature-themed. This one's really, really big. It's fairly tall, and then that one's kind of small, kind of puny, not a whole lot going on. but I think it'd be really nice if I can get like a huge cactus farm going on behind it in the desert. Maybe a couple small houses right here to hide different things. I should probably cover this up because I don't want to be falling in that lava. Yeah, that's where I got the lava from or for the killing chamber rather. One last idea I had was to cover the thing in glass, and it would have probably been nice to see from up there, although you can't really do that. You can't really see from over here either, which is a shame, so I'm thinking maybe it won't be such a good idea since you won't be able to see it anyway, especially from the, like, right here is pretty much the only place you'd be able to see it, and I think looking through the glass to see just a little bit more wouldn't be that useful. It wouldn't look probably that nice. But of course, let me know what you think. I will add it if you all think it'll be pretty cool looking, but honestly, I don't see it. Maybe I can get it from up there. Is this going to help? Okay, yeah, so up here. And you know, it kind of looks bare. But it also looks a little bit flat. Let me zoom in. And, yeah, I don't know. I guess it could go either way. So like I said, let me know what you think. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, go ahead and subscribe for more. But anyway, this has been MopBot, and I'm out.